Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, and insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to show 362 of Aussie Mac Zone. I hope everyone is good tonight. How are you, Zarn?
Fantastic, Michael. How are you? I'm just sharing our live podcast to everybody.
Excellent. I'll do that as well by going into here now and going, welcome all you Apple nerds.
Excellent.
And it looks like I didn't even spell it properly. So, everything good tonight, sir?
Absolutely.
Excellent. So we'll start our Aussie Apple ramblings this week with macOS Big Sur update bricking some older Mac Pro models. Mac Rumors reports a large number of late 2013 and mid 2014 13-inch MacBook Pro owners are reporting that macOS Big Sur update is bricking their machines. A Mac Rumors forum thread contains a significant number of users reporting the issue, and similar problems are being reported across Reddit and the Apple support communities, suggesting the problem is widespread, which is no good. Users are reporting that during the course of updating to macOS Big Sur, the machines are stuck displaying a black screen. Key reset combinations including NVRAM, SMC, safe mode and internet recovery are all reportedly inaccessible after attempting to install the update, leaving no way to bypass the static black screen. It appears the overwhelming number of users experiencing problems are owners of 2013 and mid-2014 13-inch Mac Pro, but it's unclear exactly how many users of these models have been affected. It's also of note that these are the oldest models supported by Big Sur. One commenter on Reddit said that they were told by Apple support to book their MacBook Pro in for a repair. Another on an Apple support thread said the issue had been escalated to Apple's engineering team, so Apple should now be aware of the problem. So until it is clear what may be causing the issue and Apple releases a fix, if you own a 2013 or mid-2014 13-inch MacBook Pro, please don't do the update to macOS Big Sur, because we don't want you to have a brick machine.
That's right. I was actually reading a little bit about that today.
Yeah.
And it'd be such a pain in the bum if you were like, all right, yeah, sweet, let's do this. And it happened, and I was reading what happened too.
Yeah.
And I just felt really sorry for them. I don't know what I'd do if that happened to me.
Yes, it's a bit of a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, especially like when you're using your computer for work and everything like that, and then
gone.
Yep.
Yeah. So
anyway, Apple software chief Craig Federighi.
Yep.
Defends. I said it fast enough, so I said it right. Defends app tracking transparency feature. Mac Rumors again reports, following Apple's confirmation that it still plans to introduce a new app tracking transparency feature that will let users know when companies want to track them across apps and websites, which has attracted criticism from companies such as Facebook. And Craig has explained more about the rationale behind the change to the independence. The app tracking transparency feature allows users to opt out of data collection and choose whether or not advertisers can track their activity. While it was originally supposed to arrive with OS 14 earlier this year, Apple has postponed the feature until early 2021 to give developers more time to accommodate. Rodriguez told The Independent that the new feature can be put down to Apple's support for privacy as a core value. That has been present since the beginning of the company, citing how Steve Jobs heightened the Apple II's ability to allow users to secure their own information on floppy disk and have control over their data. He said that the feature would ultimately be better for forever the people that are currently at times protesting those moves, because it increases trust between users, developers, and advertisers. Rodriguez also said that similar concerns had been raised in the past about new privacy features, but they did not result in long-term issues and eventually became widespread across the industry. We introduced intelligent track prevention several years ago, and at the time, parts of the ad industry were saying that the sky was going to be falling in, and that their businesses was going to be destroyed by the fact that they couldn't track everyone from website to website to website well. In fact, if you look at what happened to the industry, that didn't happen at all. And yet, we also protected users' privacy.
That's right.
I think it's really, really important. And I know these companies are like, oh, but we want this information. We really need it. No, you don't. You know,
why do they need so minute little information about us? So that's yep.
I think they're gonna, for the people who say yes, they're gonna get that data anyway.
Yep.
So they don't need everyone's data. I think it's just being greedy. I honestly do, because they're trying to squeeze every cent they can out of every consumer.
Yep.
And to be fair, they don't need it. So, I think it's the old saying, "Give me convenience or give me death." And some people would rather choose death.
All right.
All right.
So macOS Big Sur is telling Apple what app you've opened isn't a security or privacy issue. Apple Insider reports, even before Apple confirmed that Gatekeeper calling home wasn't associated with user information on Sunday night, privacy concerns of bad actors theoretically monitoring app launches with that data are not an issue, as one researcher has suggested. Here's why. So on Thursday, macOS users reported issues trying to upgrade the operating system to macOS, while others ended up having trouble running applications even without upgrading. The problem was determined to be server-related, with an issue on Apple's server preventing certificate checking function from working. Now, that same service has been picked up by security researcher Jeffrey Paul, founder of an application security and operational security consulting firm, and in a lengthy piece written on Thursday, Paul attempted to raise awareness of perceived privacy issue within macOS, namely that it is seemingly reports back to Apple what apps are being opened by a user. According to Paul, Apple's communications between the Mac and specific servers can be coupled with the data stemming from an IP address in such a way that it can create a massive metadata about a user's actions. This would include where they are and when, as well as the details of their computer and what software they're running. By collecting this data over time, this can supposedly create an archive that could easily be mined by bad actors, giving what could be considerable abilities to perform surveillance on a mass scale, possibly levels to the infamous and now shut down PRISM surveillance program. The problem is it's nowhere even close to that dramatic and nowhere near that bad. And if they were so inclined, the ISPs have the ability to harvest way more data on users with just general internet usage than Gatekeeper ever surrenders. So how Gatekeeper works. Apple includes various security features in its operating systems, and macOS is no exception. To prevent the potential use of malware in apps, Apple requires developers to undergo various processes to make the app function on macOS. Along with creating security certificates which can help confirm an app is from a developer is authorized and genuine, Apple also mandates that apps undergo a notarization process. Registered developers send apps to Apple which are scanned for security issues and malicious code before being given the okay by the company. It's not entirely new, nor is it secret. It's worth pointing out that this potential use case for data isn't something that is a recent issue for Apple users. Apple has employed Gatekeeper to check certificates with server-based confirmation since it was first implemented in 2012. So it's been active for quite some time already. If it were a privacy problem, as framed by Paul, and it isn't, it would have been one for quite a few years and everybody would be going off their nanas about it. But obviously it's not. Right? So there's a lot more to that whole article, and of course the show notes will have a link to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there is a lot more to it if you want to get right into it, but there's nothing to panic about. Nothing at all to panic about.
At all.
It just makes it safer for us to use.
Yep.
So gaming. Gaming.
That's right. So, again, this week I'm really excited. I played Oceanhorn 2, Knights of the Lost Realm. Now, Nintendo gamers may know Oceanhorn because it was released on Nintendo. Now, this is Oceanhorn 2. I'm pretty sure they've got another deal with Nintendo, and I think this will also get released there, if I remember correctly. This game was, I love this game. It was so fun to play. I had so much fun following the adventures to become a knight. Of finding lost treasure, battling giant sea creatures, training with masters. Like if you like Zelda, those types of games, then you're going to love this game. I had so much fun playing it. It was excellent. Again, as of last week as well with the Pathless, this is another one of those games. You just get caught up, and you think you've been playing for 20 minutes and you've been playing for 2.5 hours. And I mean, I was, climbing through underground caves that led out to the ocean to find old, dead pirate treasure, to be able to come and find like a key to go back to take to a master to open the box that then, gave you information so then you could set off sail. And each time you do one of these things, you go up a level. So you start off as sort of a trainee knight, and then you become, you're a knight something like, underling knight, and so on until you become one of these knights. And I'm having fun getting there. I'm not yet there, but I will be. And so, again, go out and get it. Play it. If you've got App Store, it doesn't cost anything anyway. You're already paying, Arcade. Yeah, you've already got it. You might as well download it and give it a go. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to give it 4.2 apples out of 5.
Well done. Excellent. Something to look forward to.
Yep. Entertainment,
yeah. So, Apple announces the second annual Apple Music Awards. Now, Apple announced the winners of the second annual Apple Music Awards, recognise the best and boldest musicians of 2020 and their enormous impact on global culture. The Apple Music Awards honour achievements in music across 5 distinct categories, and winners are chosen through a process that reflects both Apple Music's editorial perspective and what customers around the world are loving most. The winners for Global Artist of the Year, Songwriter of the Year, and Breakthrough Artist of the Year were hand-selected by Apple's Music Global editorial team of world-class expert and tastemakers. And the awards for top song, top album are based on streaming data that is reflected on what Apple Music subscribers have been listening to throughout the year. The Apple Music Awards celebration kicks off on December the 14th with a week of special performances, fan events, interviews, and more streaming worldwide on Apple Music, Apple Music TV, and the Apple TV app. Fans who are not already subscribed can sign up for a three-month trial, of course. So, the Apple Music Awards is our opportunity to recognise and honour the incredible artists who we feel have deeply impacted and inspired the world and our customers and helped us feel connected through music this year, said Oliver Schuster, Apple's Vice President of Apple Music and Beats. We have an exciting week of music planned in December and are very much looking forward to celebrating together with these artists and their fans. And the winners are Artist of the Year.
Yep.
Is, I'm just going to...
Little Baby.
Yeah. And I'll just put his picture up
Breakthrough
there.
Artist of the Year.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
That's a name.
I know it is. Songwriter of the Year.
Taylor Swift.
Top Song of the Year.
The Box by Roddy Ricch. But
Excellent.
he also
And
picked up...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also picked up Top Album of the Year with Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial.
Yeah, which is pretty obvious this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, excellent and well done. Congratulations to them all.
Yes, absolutely.
And any award is worth getting at the moment, of course.
Yes.
Now,
So,
I don't know whether you've actually watched this. I know I've got you to read it, but I don't know whether you've actually watched it.
I have not watched it yet. I just want to make that perfectly clear, but I will be watching it now that
I want you and the kids to sit there and watch it together. It is absolutely spectacular. Just there's a picture up on the screen at the moment and that's the first part of the cloud.
There's no picture yet.
It'll be there. It'll be on Facebook while we're talking anyway.
Okay.
Because, they're 10 seconds or whatever. But the actual cloud, just watching that because this is all in slow motion, right?
Yeah.
And the cloud is stunning. Watching the cloud just roll out, it's stunning. And then we get another, after a few seconds, you get another big cloud coming towards you, which is a different phase of the launch. But so watch a dramatic rocket launch shot on the iPhone 12 Pro lift off in slow motion video. Space Explored reports Apple recently launched the all-new iPhone 12 lineup with notable camera improvements across all 4 models. We're still putting the new cameras, their paces, so we thought we would try capturing a rocket launch with an iPhone 12 Pro. Now, when they're doing pad shots, launch providers often give press the opportunity to leave cameras at the launch pad prior to the mission, so their rockets can be photographed and captured remotely. No person wants to be anywhere near the launch pad during liftoff for reasons you can see in the video.
Yes.
But instead, photographers program cameras to trigger at liftoff based on conditions like time, sound, noise levels. Any number of variables can cause cameras to misfire early or miss the shot altogether. Knowing how to configure the shot's exposure, shutter speed and more go into overcoming the obstacle of not actually being there to fire the camera at liftoff. Now, shot on iPhone, shooting with the iPhone introduces its own challenges like overheating, running out of storage, and protecting the hardware. Our video was captured with a 512 gig iPhone 12 Pro in airplane mode, So no cellular or Bluetooth radios were active, something that's not allowed.
Yep.
We also relied on the Mophie Power Station XXL 20K battery pack to avoid running out of power before liftoff. Because, we're talking more than 6 hours between when they place the camera and when like that time. And, liftoffs get delayed for 20 minutes or, 2 hours or whatever. Yeah. So the footage is from a 270 gigabit video that captured footage over 10 hours. The video was cropped in the iPhone, in the Photos app on the iPhone, and the watermark was added in LumaFusion on the iPad. The iPhone was mounted on a tripod and attached with a Jobby iPhone mount adapter. Our next move is to spend the time editing and adjusting the footage, but for now we want to share the footage as it was captured by the iPhone 12 Pro. So the launch, there's a link to the YouTube launch, and there's more on the actual story. But did I actually get that picture up after all of that?
No, you didn't put it up. There we go.
Oh, there. What an idiot. So it is very spectacular, and I think people would enjoy just watching the video. Yeah, over a couple of minutes and just a launch at slow-mo. Something, nobody can actually experience being that close.
Yeah.
So you've got to get cameras to do it. So yeah, something very much to look forward to. Because I thought it was brilliant. But what do I know?
So on another note on entertainment,
yeah,
this isn't on Apple TV, but it is through the Apple TV. It is through the Apple TV, but it's not on Apple TV Plus. It's a show we've both been watching on
7
the
Plus,
7 Plus app.
Yeah,
and it's called God Friended Me.
Yeah.
I'm up to episode 17 or 19, I think. I think you're a little bit ahead of me.
Yep.
And it's fantastic. It's such a great show. It's funny. It's very well done, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
If you like that, it's got a bit of heartwarm, and it's
bit of comedy, a bit of heartwarm, bit of and you see, just coincidence. How coincidence happens. Yeah. Does it really happen by chance?
Yeah. And so we've both been enjoying it. And once we finish here, I'm going to watch an episode, and then I'm going to go to bed. But so if you get a chance, check it out.
Yeah, it's just a good Australian. Oh, it's not an Australian show. Sorry, it's an American show. But yeah, good show, good acting. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah, it does get interesting, but it is different, right? So, and it isn't one of those shows that I hate, which is fake reality.
Yeah, and even though it's a little bit, it is a little bit sort of fakeish here and there, like with the God App and everything like that. But it's still it's well done. It's easy watching.
Yes. Yeah. So I agree. I've got this one again. Unfortunately, that's
is it how to?
Yeah.
Apple's new everyday experiment video encourages at-home creativity with the iPhone 12. 9 to 5 Mac reminds us Apple has shared a new experiment video on its YouTube channel. They have. I seen it yesterday. Shot on the iPhone 12, Apple's experiments video have become popular over the last several years as a way to showcase iPhone camera features, and today's new iPhone 12 footage focuses on everyday experiments. The video is intended to show experiments you can do at home during the coronavirus pandemic. In total, There are 3 experiments in today's video. The uplinks are there. Check it out. I watched them yesterday. I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
when
I get a chance,
came over to try and do them.
Sorry?
I nearly came over last night to try and do them.
I wish you would have now, because we watched them, but we don't have the phone yet, and so we was that's cool.
Yes. So
Story 4.
No, but good things.
No. Yeah.
Good things when we're stuck indoors. Just please remember to enjoy your kids and or your pets that are also stuck at home.
Absolutely.
Right? We all know that they both can become annoying.
Yep.
That means you're focused, which as things are getting better, you're dedefinitely going to miss them when you're stuck at work again.
Speaking
12 months' time of yours.
Oh my God.
Is he going off? Is he splashing around?
She's going crazy. She's up on a rock and she's watching us make a video. Sorry, it's my turtle people, and she's not a turtle people or a person for that fact, but she is a turtle. I don't know if you can see her, but she's on a rock just here. Come down. Come on, you can do it. Hey.
Well done.
Hey, she's watching us make the video and being very serious, and she's tapping the glass and everything, trying to get my attention.
So don't forget me.
That's right. So I thought, speaking of pets, don't forget them. And so there you go. She's behind me again.
Yeah. So Apple's secret weapon in AR is right in front of us. CNET reports sometime in the not too distant future, Apple will reportedly unveil an augmented or mixed reality headset. Apple hasn't discussed any headgear yet, but augmented reality is alive and well on the iPhone and is getting better fast. Apple began its AR journey in 2017, making a smash with virtual IKEA furniture and realistic-looking outdoor Pokemon Go battles. Yes. Remember that?
Oh, I do. I remember especially the IKEA app, because Kellyanne went crazy for it. She's like, see, this lounge would look great in our lounge room. Okay.
So this year,
on the other hand, I was like, oh, look, Pokemon Go, I can catch a Squirtle out.
So this year I've been standing on street corners scanning fire hydrants with Apple's new iPhone 12 Pro. I've mapped my house's interior. I've navigated lava rivers on my floors.
Yep.
In many ways, Apple's depth-sensing LiDAR sensor on the latest iPhones and iPads, with its advanced 3D scanning possibilities, feels like the backbone to the Apple headsets of the future. Facebook, Microsoft, and Magic Leap are already exploring goggles and glasses that aim to blend the virtual and real, with more headsets coming in the future using Qualcomm chips. But Apple's AR mission right now, according to Mike Rockwell, Apple's head of AR, and Alessandra McGuinness, its senior product manager for AR, is to make everything work better on the device you already have in your pocket. Laying AR with real-world locations and popping up experiences automatically while making creative tools and developing assistive tech based on AR's capabilities could, in the long run, become the biggest killer apps. AR has enormous potential to be helpful to folks in their lives across devices that exist today and devices that may exist tomorrow. But we've got to make sure that it is successful, Rockwell says. For us, the best way to do that is to enable our device ecosystem so that it is a healthy and profitable place for people to invest their time and effort. And there is a lot more to that story, again, in the show notes.
I really like AR. When it first came out with Pokemon Go, we'd go outside with Mason and turn it on, and we both of us were able to catch Pokemon in real life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like that. Yeah, in real life, and it was so much fun. We had so much fun doing it together, and we still do it today. Like, we're only talking about Pokemon this afternoon and what we wanted to catch and what we did catch, and what he needs to, so we can trade.
Yep.
Pokemon. So, yeah,
Excellent.
he needs a bit more Stardust so we can trade some special Pokemon that we caught over the weekend.
Bit more Stardust.
That's right, a bit more Stardust.
Speaking of Stardust, wait a minute. Speaking of Stardust, the Apple TV one about the meteorites.
Yes.
What's it called?
We were watching it. It's called, nearly done it.
Yeah, I know, my head's broken.
We
watched it the other night, and they were interviewing one musician who's also a scientist.
And he used to go on the roof.
Yeah, he goes on the roof and collects dust off the roof.
Yeah.
And he's basically set up his own section of science in the world.
Yep.
Micro meteorites. And we're talking dust. It just looks like dust. And then he takes it to another mate who's a specialist photographer who then set up a whole bit of equipment. And he just goes over there once a week with the dust he's collected. And then they find their meteorites. And we're talking just dust particles or fraction, like little rocks. And you think, oh, that's just a rock. It's just a rock. But they've worked out how to take proper photos of them and proven that they're actually meteorites, but they're only, 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters in diameter. Like, it's astounding.
It is.
That's just another part of that show. Oh.
Did you see when they were talking about it before that? They were talking about the big crater in the desert here in Australia.
Yeah.
That was fantastic as well.
Yeah, well, there's one in Australia. There's one in India, which is 4 kilometres across.
Yeah.
There's one in States.
In France.
Yeah. So just astounding.
Yeah.
Astounding. And we're lucky that we haven't actually had any real ones like that killed the dinosaurs,
Oh, yeah, I know.
So,
all right.
Now, developers.
Yes. Developers see a world of possibilities with new App Store small business program. Every week, 500 million visitors to the App Store engage with 1.8 million apps, from indie games like Song of Bloom to virtual fitness coaches like My Swim Pro, to coding apps for kids like Hopscotch. Many of these apps are created by independent developers, maintain full-time carers that ultimately fund their idea until they are launched into the real world. Since the launch of the App Store, small businesses have been its driven spirit. Now more than ever, these businesses are core to the communities they serve, helping people stay healthy, connected, and learning. Last week, Apple unveiled the App Store Small Business Program, a new commission structure to support small and individual developers and spur innovation for the next chapter of apps. This is a big opportunity for the indie gaming spirit to become truly mobile, says Philip Strollemeyer, a solo developer in the App Store. Strollemeyer, whose latest game, Song of Bloom, won an Apple Design Award in June 2020, was drawn to the appeal of iPhone as a new platform for gaming, one in its infancy and in need of its own set of standards. When his first game, What the Frog, launched in the App Store in 2013 and won a German multimedia prize, he knew he was onto something. I saw a whole new world of possibilities and how easy it was to get something out there, Schollemeyer says. I had the chance to shape how mobile games work and how they differ from consoles. With mobile games and you use the phone in a much more personal way. I put that inside my games and make that active as gameplay. which is much more valuable than trying to create worlds that might not work so well on a small screen. The Apple's announced that developers that earn under US $1 million would now pay half the commission that they used to, 15% instead of 30%.
Yeah. So
Wait, what?
So the commission, when you buy a game or buy an app, or whatever, Apple get 30% of whatever the cost is. They do it, but they're storing it. They're doing the paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah. So now they're saying they'll pay half the cost. So they'll only use 15% instead of 30%. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that'll make a huge difference to lots and 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 lots of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a couple. There's companies out there that are single people or even 4 people.
Yeah.
That'll make a huge difference too. So excellent. It's all part of the strategy, of course, keeping us all in the picture. So I've got nothing else, my friend.
Well, we talked about God Friended Me, the music. What else have we been doing? Gaming.
The one thing that's been... there's 2 things. One, I led you astray yesterday.
Yeah.
You can have 2 of the new mini speakers.
Yep.
And pair them up as a stereo pair.
Excellent. But can you run external Bluetooth speakers from your mini pod?
No.
You know how you've got your house set up with the speakers and everything like that? Can I do the same?
Well, they're not Bluetooth, but because mine are all cabled speakers. All of mine are cabled speakers. Yeah.
Okay.
Through an Apple wireless hub, right? So the AirPod, like their mini ones or whatever. So you can have them all over the house doing exactly the same thing as I have.
Yep.
So
awesome. And so that's what I wanted to set up.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to say I have lost my Apple TV. Well, I didn't lose it, but our Apple TV remote is lost in the house somewhere.
Yeah.
Now it's probably over somewhere in this direction in the lounge room, I'm sure, where the kids have played, knocked off, and it's gone down the lounge. I'll have to dig around and find it, but I've been missing for about 3 days. Luckily, when we got the Apple TV, we did set it up so our phones could be used as remotes.
Yep.
And so even though we have lost the remote somewhere in the house, we have been able to use the Apple TV with our phone. Now, the phone doesn't control the volume, but that's okay because we also have the television remote that also pairs with the Apple TV, because you do that when you first get your Apple TV, and after if you want to pair your remote. So by phone and original TV remote, I'm able to use the volume. I'm able to do everything I need to do. Yes, it's not as convenient as that one little awesome remote.
Yeah.
But if you do lose a remote and you need to look for it and you really, really don't want to replace it because they cost a little bit, then you are able to do this until you actually get a chance to look for it properly and find it.
Yeah. And all you do is, it's in Control Center, so you just swipe down from the top right-hand corner of your phone, or if you've got a home button up from the bottom, and it's just there.
Yep.
Boom. It's just press a button, shoot. And like at my place,
there's a little picture of a remote. All you do is touch it.
Yep.
And it'll pair it'll pair with your Apple TV.
Yeah.
And it will save you.
Yeah, and I've got 3 Apple TVs at my place. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 Apple TV, 4 Apple TVs.
Yep.
Sorry, all different vintages. 4, and when you go to that remote, that we're talking about. It just says which one do you want to control. Living room, bedroom, office.
So the boys also lost their remote. So this has all happened in the span of a week.
Yep.
But I guess we can talk about this off. We can talk about it now. Actually, why not? We've got a little bit of time. So we might we've got heaps of time. So we might as well. It's asking for a code to turn. So it's like telling me that I need to turn the TV on and add a code. Now, this is an older gen Apple TV, and it's saying I need to put in a code before it will let me use my controller as my phone. We haven't been able to turn. So we haven't been able to turn the Apple TV on for the boys in a week.
But you should be able to unplug it, plug it back in, unplug it, count to 10, plug it back in, get it up on the TV, then go through the process because the code's got to come up on the screen.
So if I unplug it and plug it back in, it'll turn itself on, will it?
Yeah, it should.
All right. Yeah, cool. I'll give that a go.
Should always be on.
Well, you can turn it off. You can tell it to go to sleep.
Yeah. So unplug it.
And with the new ones, you can just press the speak button and you go turn off, and it turns everything off.
Yeah. But just unplug it, count to 10, plug it back in, make sure you're in the right HDMI channel. It takes about 30 seconds before something shows up on the screen. Generally.
That's right. Yep.
So just do that.
Right.
The other thing that they talked about this week massively is the speed of the new Apple chipped MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, and Mac Mini.
Yes.
How fast they are, how good the battery is, how much they don't make any noise because the fans don't come on anywhere near as early. And one of the other ones that they brought up was in I want to say it was in GarageBand.
Yeah.
He had like 100,000 instruments going. Not 10,000. Like something like 100,000, even if it was 1,000 instruments going at the same time.
Yes, that's amazing. I didn't even know 1,000 instruments existed.
But you can have, 15 violins all playing the same thing. Right? But, different pitches and all that sort of stuff. So,
that's incredible.
There's a few stories going around.
I really like GarageBand. I'm definitely not as musically inclined to be able to do that, but I like GarageBand just to make some beats and have some fun and, try to mess around and make some music. So it's a great little app.
Yeah, excellent.
And I say little, but it's huge.
So, the show notes link is on the show upload, the link being
AussieMacZone.com.au/ANZ362. There.
Yeah.
Ooh, there I am. There you will see the last 6 weeks of show notes.
Yeah.
That's you.
You could email us at Michael or Zarn at AussieMacZone.com.au.
Just search for us at Aussie Mac Zone on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
That's right. Don't forget, you can search for us on Apple News under Aussie Mac Zone and just like us there, and you'll get anything that we release on there. Yeah. Now, most importantly, thanks to our supporters, you, our listeners.
Always. Thank you.
And over to Zarn for the sign-off.
Once again, thank you for a lovely night. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And thank you for being here. Remember, an apple a day keeps the angels away. See you later.